Hi everybody and welcome back. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the modern game of tennis and the way it's played and the way it's taught. So starting with the way the game of tennis is taught, there are a lot of great pros out there, there's a lot of fantastic information out there, and it's interesting to see the way the game and the teaching of this beautiful game has evolved throughout the years. Now many of you are taking lessons out there and doing clinics and so forth, and that's great. Hopefully you're doing some online research, hopefully you're watching the way the pros play and so forth. But isn't it interesting how there's a slight variation on the way the game of tennis is taught and the way the game of tennis is played? So let's have a quick discussion on that. So when you turn on the tennis channel, you can watch pretty much any of the men, any of the women on the professional level, and you're going to see certain common characteristics and themes running straight through. And one of the things I'm talking about today is old school teaching and playing versus the more modern game. Today specifically we're going to talk about stopping when you hit. Most likely you're not seeing any professionals, unless you're catching some that I haven't seen, completely stopping and hitting the ball for a long period of time and then getting ready for the next shot. The game of tennis is moving too quickly. So what a lot of the pros are doing, what all the pros are doing is they're hitting and flowing. So if we're talking about a forehand, for example, they're going to hit the ball, flow into the next shot and get ready. It could be an open stance, same idea, they're going to hit, flow, and get ready for the next ball. What you're not seeing is someone stopping and hitting and watching the shot and getting ready again. Has your local pro told you that? Could be. We see a lot of pros around there giving the advice to stop and hit. It's not that it's wrong, but there's a better way. If we're talking about whether to stop and hit on a volley, sorry, again, you can watch all the pros for this, unless the ball's coming extremely fast and you need to lock it on a particular shot, that's okay, that's a different story. But for 95% of the volleys you're hitting out there, we should try to flow right through the volley. There's no stopping and hitting. We're trying to take the ball as early and as high as we can. If we're talking about backhands, there's different fundamental steps that we'll use. Sometimes it's a karaoke step where we're taking the back foot and going through. Sometimes we're doing a step through this way. But either way, we're always trying to flow into the next position. So this is a slightly controversial topic because a very common tennis tip out there is you must stop and hit the ball. And I'm here to tell you, just turn on the TV, turn on YouTube and watch the pros. They're not necessarily stopping and hitting, they're flowing to the next position on the court. Now there's a bunch of certain specific footwork patterns that you need to use to do this correctly. I'm not just giving you a license to run like a wild person straight through every ball, but we do want to make sure that we're not stationary, hitting every ball, staying low, and then getting ready for the next ball. It just doesn't happen. So if you're taking lessons, if you're taking clinics, that's great. But keep your eyes peeled on what the pros are doing, and we should probably learn from the pros. They're the best in the world, the pros that are playing on TV. They're going to lead the instructors. So take a look and see what the pros are doing and judge for yourself. Are the pros flowing through the shot and getting ready for the next ball, or are they totally stationary when they hit the ball? You choose.